Now, Greg, you've written a long piece for the Centre for Independent Studies, not on foreign policy, but on the voice, the proposed Indigenous voice to Parliament and enshrining it in the Constitution. You're critical of the approach, and I guess endorse the Nationals coming out. But is it premature for the Nationals to come out before all of the detail has been fleshed out?
So, Kieran, no, I don't think it is premature at all. So my piece is about how the idea of a constitutionally enshrined elected body whose franchise is limited to one race completely rejects and contradicts the idea of liberalism, universal citizenship and parliamentary democracy. It's premised on the proposition that parliamentary democracy doesn't work for a particular minority. That's a deadly assault on parliamentary democracy. It's also premised on the idea that there should be different categories of citizens, which is a tremendous assault on universal citizenship. I praise the Nationals for their courage in doing this. I don't think the way that this debate has been conducted is quite shocking. Anybody who dares to oppose the voice in principle is subject to the most vituperative abuse. Noel Pearson's attack on Jacinta Price was utterly disgraceful. Imagine if any coalition politician demeaned and vilified an Aboriginal woman in the way that Noel Pearson did. And this is what's happening. This whole voice idea is a wrong turn down the road of identity politics in Australia. The reason the Nationals aren't premature is because it's wrong in principle. So when the matter was first brought up in the Uluru Statement, Malcolm Turnbull and his cabinet rejected it in principle. They didn't need to know a detailed proposal. And Turnbull is very powerful in his memoirs. He subsequently changed his mind, but his treatment in his own memoirs, A Bigger Picture, is very strong on why a constitutionally enshrined voice is a very bad idea and against basic democratic principles. The Scott Morrison cabinet rejected it, Tony Abbott rejects it, John Howard rejects it, and you have to accept it or reject it on principle. If it's just a matter of detail, then that means you accept the principle of a race-based voice in the Constitution, and all you've got to do is sort out the methodology. What I liked about the Nationals' rejection was that they said, this will divide Australians by race. That's true. They're very brave to say it. They're going to get a kicking from every commentator in the country, except me, perhaps. But I think that's true to their values, and the Liberals need to make a similar decision.
Greg Sheridan, I appreciate your time and thoughts as always. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Kieran.